And okay, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Team Meeting, where former student athletes are changing the world. And today we have Tarris Batiste, who's written an outstanding book. I'll let him tell you about it. But find us on Team Meeting on YouTube with Dr. Rob, on Instagram, Dr. Deb Rob, and Facebook has its own Team Meeting, so reach out to you. If you are a student athlete that has written a book, has a company, is an entrepreneur, something like that, contact me at drdebrob@gmail, which will all be in the descriptions, because you are an amazing public and we're taking over. So today I have the greatest pleasure to visit with one of my favorite people ever, is Tarris Batiste. And he is going to talk about his book, Up in Smoke. And so tell us all about the book and when you wrote it.
Yeah. So the book Don't Let It Smoke You.
Oh, sorry.
That's okay. That's okay. Then that's normal, Deborah. That's normal. I promise you that's normal. So I started writing it in 2012, but I didn't finish it until 2020.
Nice.
Really because I was going through it. I had to do a little research around it. I didn't know enough at that time, so I was reaching out to people who knew more than me in the field. And I finished it around April of last year. It's been good ever since. Yeah.
Nice. Okay.
Yeah.
So what was important about you writing this? What was the most important part?
The most important part I would say is it was like therapy for me, because I was really dealing with a time where I was smoking nonstop and I just couldn't get off of it at that time. So it's like therapy, right? Writing all my stuff down. And then I would say the second point is a unique challenge that it was. So cannabis right now is all over the place. In some states, it's legal adult use. Some places it's legal for medical use. In some places, it's just illegal, right? So that creates some challenges in what's going on and what's not, right? And that's what I was dealing with for sure.
So when did you start? So let's go through how you got to the book and the challenges. When and why did you start?
When and why did I start writing, or when did I start smoking?
Smoking.
Yeah. So I started I like to say I started in high school consistently.
Okay.
Right. Doing it on a consistent basis. It was with friends. It was for fun.
Yeah.
Until I figured out how to do it all by myself. Right. I didn't need friends and fun.
Okay.
And just took it off from there, for sure. And kind of expedited it when I got to college. Right. It's like smoking on steroids, right? Just doing it with everybody, doing it to kind of fit in and hang around everybody. Yeah.
So do you write in the book why it can you tell us just a little bit about that part of the book?
Yeah. So I think right now you see cannabis becoming legal everywhere, right?
Yeah.
And I think that's cool. But I also think later on, future's sake, it's going to get to a point where it's too many things, right? So I think balancing your control as it becomes legal everywhere is going to be huge moving forward.
Right.
So I'm just jumping in the middle saying, hey, you can just use it in a way that suits you and not gets in your way from doing what you want to do.
Right. Yeah.
And that's the why behind it. Hopefully, if that makes sense.
It does make sense. If I was a parent, and how would I talk to my high schooler or even college age student about this? Did you do it as a result of football? Did it help you with pain? Help me with all. I'm a parent that doesn't know anything. Help me. Just help me.
Yeah, Deborah, that's kind of tough. That's tough to answer, right? Because I think some athletes use it for like pain management, which is completely understandable. It's better than opioids, et cetera, right? But if a parent is talking to a child that's in their household, it's more of speaking to them around like, hey, this thing isn't fully legal. We don't know enough about it. Make sure you don't self-destruct yourself as you do what you want to do moving forward. So that's the approach I would take. I'm not a parent yet, Deborah, so I don't know. But I think that's the approach I would take moving forward for sure.
Yes, because as we go through the research, I was an animal science major, and I enjoy some of the research and that sort of thing.
Have you ever used, if you don't mind me asking?
No, because when I smell it, I'm so allergic to it, my throat draws up, and I'm almost emergency room ready. So it's not.
Do you know anybody? Do you know
Oh
anybody?
yeah,
No
I
names, but do
do.
you know
I
some?
do.
Okay.
And I know a lot of people that have given it to their dogs, for
Hmm.
pain management.
Yep.
Um, what I've learned from the research at Colorado State, my alma mater, that the
Go Rams.
gummies that are around can really, that if they don't pay attention and their dog eats it, they're dying, they're ODing everywhere. So I think
Yep.
it's something we just have to handle really well.
Hmm.
And I just have been so allergic that it has not been a part of my life. I was
Got
like,
you.
I can't breathe, so I'm not going to do it. Okay.
Right. No,
So,
I get it. I get it.
and some of the research that I looked up the other day was that for the parents, it's exactly what you're saying is let's control this. Let's think about what this might do. They're finding that if kids are using it young, it delays their development, emotional development. Now I'm not talking about the oils and the
Yeah.
pain
Yeah.
stuff,
Hmm.
and
CBD.
yeah, and you and I talked about this. When pop first came out, it was like having a beer, and now
Right.
the levels in the HTC, which I'm not
Yes.
talking, have just that it
Yeah.
now becomes what was something that was easy has now become um, a little more interesting.
For sure.
But so tell us about a chapter that or comments that you've had that you think really, really help.
Yeah. So tons of comments I've had or I've seen people write, whether it's on the website or just randomly sent to an email, is that it's just having like a mindfulness attached to your use.
Okay.
That's it, right? And in the book, chapter 4 walks you through like your internal use. Is it you? Is it your friends? Like, why are you using? And that's
Nice.
gonna and that's gonna help you figure out how you should be using moving forward. So figure out that why are you? Is it because you're bored? Is it because you're irritated? Is it
Yeah.
because you're around this group of people? So really figuring that out will kind of transition you into the right direction to not letting it control you for sure.
Wow. So when you walk through this, how did you find, what was your why to do this?
Yeah. Yeah.
I
So
mean,
I wanted
to smoke and then to stop.
yeah, I wanted to Deborah, I was playing sports. I was with the Falcons. I got released. I didn't know what I wanted to do,
Yeah.
but I kept smoking. But I didn't know what I wanted to do, but I kept smoking. But
Yeah.
Deborah, I didn't know what I wanted to do. Right.
Yeah.
So I had
Yes.
to figure out that what I wanted to do. I was clearing my brain up because I was smoking so much. It was so foggy, right? Right after I quit smoking for a little bit, started to figure out, okay, who am I? Where do I want to go outside of football? And that helped a lot for sure. I know that's
So,
different for everybody, but that's just
sure.
the situation I was in.
I'm not so certain that it's different for everybody. I have a
Hmm.
question for you though. How did you have the will to stop?
Shit, Deborah, you got to put your life in front of your pleasure, right? Like
Right.
what you have to do has to matter more than what you want to do, you know? So
Say that
for sure.
again.
What you
Say,
have to do has to matter more than what you want to do. So
see, that's
yeah,
why my student athletes are the greatest group of people
there
who
you go.
change this country. And there he is, Tarris
Right on.
Batiste. He
Right on.
should move back to Georgia. I'm just saying. Anyway, but I just that is brilliant. That is really brilliant. So how can they find your book and who should really buy this book?
Yeah, that's a good question. Really good question. And I haven't figured it out exactly, right? At first I
Uh-huh.
said young adults. That's how it was who was pushing the book to.
Okay.
But I think more of it's parents who kind of want to help educate the young adults or others around them.
Right.
Um, if you can find it on Amazon. It's probably the best
Right.
place to go get it, right? A little bit of reviews around what's going on around the book, right? That you can look up too to make sure it
Right.
fits you. But outside of finding it on Amazon, you can go direct to my email, don't let it smoke you at gmail.com. We can talk about it and see if it's worth you
Okay.
purchasing. But yeah, that's the feedback I'll give back.
It sounds really fabulous. So you
Yeah,
can
for
go
sure.
to Amazon and get this.
Hmm.
You can go to say your email again real quickly.
Yep. Don't let it smoke you at gmail.com.
Okay. Don't let
Yeah.
it smoke you at gmail.com.
Hmm.
And I think you are a perfect example of why team meetings doing this with you, and we'll help him every step of the way that we can.
Sure.
Because who student athletes are, that you understand if you're going in a direction, you can get yourself turned around because you have gotten up off the field when you were hit, you have come back from injuries, you understand the other side.
Right.
And if you're somebody that is thinking about, I don't know if I can quit, if I want to quit, how can they get a hold of you, Tarris?
The best way is to get a personal direct to me is going through don'tletitsmokeyou@gmail.com.
Okay. All right.
Yep.
All
I'm
right.
the only one that have access to that, and we can kind of chat there for sure.
Right. Right.
And I've talked to numerous people, Deborah, going through
I'm
the
sure
email.
you do.
Like people, normally people are dealing with this, all ages around the world, right? So
Yeah.
yeah, I'm here for it for sure.
I bet you are. I think you are fabulous. Yeah, that's
Thank
why
you.
you're here. Yeah. So we want to thank you. Please go find Tarris. He is fabulous. Go State. And we'll, until next time, we'll come back around this book again for another time around. Thank you, Tarris. And for
Thank you.
You're more valuable beyond sports than during
Right
sports.
on. Right on.
All
And
right.
you're helping me notice that. So thank
Oh,
you.
you are. You are. It's like when all these student athletes were in my office, I'm like, no, you're greater beyond sports than in sports. And I couldn't figure it out till now. So yeah, you are more valuable beyond sports. All right.
Thank you, Deborah. Thank
All
you.
right. See you, dear.
Appreciate your time.
All right. Bye.